Hello! Yes, that's right. I'm going to be sharing a stretchy band activity today with you using the song My Little Garden. In this activity, we're going to be focusing on everybody helping each other play in the garden. We'll be doing lots of different movement actions. We'll be moving up high, overhead, and we'll be going down low all the way down to our toes, as well as turning and walking in the circle. We'll also bring in some musical learning because we're going to learn to go fast and we're going to go slow. So we'll have to listen to the music and respond to the tempo. Now would be a really good time for you to hit the subscribe button so you can get notifications of all the Sing, Play, Create teaching tips videos. The song I'm going to be using for this stretchy band activity is My Little Garden by Sing, Play, Create. You can find this song on Spotify or any of your other favorite music channels. There's also a free resource that you can download that has the sheet music, the lyric sheet, and a couple of coloring sheets about spring music. So let's listen to the first verse of the song, and that will give you an idea of how the song is going to go. And at the end of the video, I will demonstrate the entire song with all of the actions.
The sun comes up, the sun goes down. The flowers in my garden are dancing all around. Dancing, dancing all around, all around, all around. Dancing, dancing all around in my little garden.
Since the song title is My Little Garden, we could do a few minutes of pretend play and have our students get ready to go to the garden. I talk about this in more depth in this video here. But basically, you can have the stretchy band in the middle of the floor, have everyone sitting around the stretchy band. Let's take a trip to the garden today. We'll need our sunscreen, so we can put that on. We'll need our sunglasses. We'll need our hats, and we'll need our work gloves. And then you can have the children get the stretchy band. I like to call out colors and I'll call the student names. So I might have Joshua and Karina get the yellow part of the band and I'll have them hold it. And then slowly but surely, we'll get everybody together on the band. You may want to practice some of the actions and have them sitting down to go through the lyrics. So the first part of the song and the repeating refrain that happens every time is the sun comes up, the sun goes down. Then that changes and we have a different part of the garden and there's going to be 9 verses of that. So our first verse is the flowers in the garden are dancing all around. As soon as we do the sun comes up, the sun goes down, we're going to just start doing the action for the next, what I call character in the story. So this would be flowers or dancing. And they're going to bounce like they're dancing. Then the song changes tempo. It also changes the time signature to 6/8. Dancing, dancing all around, all around, all around. Dancing, dancing all around in my little garden. We're going to need to have a little bit of a break with the action because if we just keep doing this, we'll get too tired. So I would say every time we say the word garden, we're just going to say, take a breath after you say garden, garden, and breathe. And just nice, easy, soft and gentle bounces until the next verse starts. The next verse is going to be trees. And we are going to turn and walk in a circle. So you may need to practice that part of it just by itself to teach them to go from 2 hands, and you can choose. If they're really little, just have them keep 2 hands on. But if they're in 1st, 2nd, or even 3rd grade, they can go ahead and switch to the 1 hand. Keep it easy. We are just trying to have fun and have a musical experience and get some movement in today. So that verse would look like the sun comes up, the sun goes down, and then we're going to turn The trees in my garden are twirling all around. Then they're going to keep walking, twirling, twirling all around, all around, all around, twirling, twirling all around. Begin to turn. Here we go. In my little garden. And we slow it down and catch our breath. That way we're ready for the next verse, which is going to be the bees. And the bees are going to go two different ways. Each hand is a bee, and they're just going to pull on the band like this. Bees are buzzing. So that verse will be like this. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. The bees in my garden are buzzing all around. Then we're going to change the tempo. Buzzing, buzzing all around, all around, all around. Buzzing, buzzing all around in my little garden. And then be sure to breathe in and out. There's a little bit of space in the music in between each verse. The next verse is bunnies, and they're going to hop. Hopping, hopping all around, okay? The bunnies in my garden are hopping all around, hopping, hopping all around, all around, all around, hopping, hopping all around in my little garden. Now, if you're using this for 4 and 5-year-olds, you might want to have them do more jumping just lightly on their arches versus hopping, because it's harder to keep balance. The next verse is the birdies in my garden are flying all around. Flying, flying all around, all around, all around. Flying, flying all around in my little garden. Now the next verse, we're going to be walking in and out. And I would only do maybe 2 steps in and 2 steps out. Okay, so the butterflies in my garden are swirling all around. Swirling, swirling all around, all around, all around. Swirling, swirling all around in my little garden. And breathe. Okay, the next verse is snakes in my garden are slithering all around. Slithering, slithering all around, all around, all around. Slithering, slithering all around in my little garden. So that one's just quick wiggles, nice and little. And there might be some squeals and giggles on that verse, but that's what makes it fun. Now the clouds are coming in and it's going to rain. So the clouds in my garden are raining all around. So we're going to go up high, clouds in my garden, and then it's down just to the waist or just to here, all around. Raining, raining all around, all around, all around. Raining, raining all around in my little garden. And then the last verse is because it's rained, the seeds are going to grow. So now we're going to go the opposite direction because the seeds are coming up from the ground. And you could use that as a question to ask, where do the seeds grow? They come from the ground. They're growing in the dirt. Okay, so you have some good science, garden, outdoor conversations going on during our Stretchy Band activity too. So you're going to go down, growing, growing all around, all around, all around, growing, growing all around in my little garden. And breathe. So the seed verse is the last verse, and what's really fun to do is to have everybody stretch way back, big deep breath, and then you have them on the count of 3, 2, 1, drop the stretchy band, and it will cinch into the middle of the circle, and it won't hurt anyone. It doesn't bounce around, it just goes in and shrinks to the middle. And that's just a super fun way to end the activity.
The sun comes up, the sun goes down. The flowers in my garden are dancing all around. Dancing, dancing all around, all around, all around. little garden. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. The trees in my garden are twirling all around. Twirling, twirling all around, all around, all around. Twirling, twirling all around in my little garden. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. The bees in my garden are buzzing all around. Buzzing, buzzing all around, all around, all around. Buzzing, buzzing all around in my little garden. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. The bunnies in my garden are hopping all around. Hopping, hopping all around, all around, all around. Hopping, hopping all around in my little garden. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. The birdies in my garden are flying all around. Flying, flying all around, all around, all around. Flying, flying all around in my little garden. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. The butterflies in my garden are swirling all around. Swirling, swirling all around, all around, all around. Swirling, swirling all around in my little garden. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. The snakes in my garden are slithering all around. Slithering, slithering all around, all around, all around. Slithering, slithering all around in my little garden. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. The clouds in my garden are raining all around. Raining, raining all around, all around, all around. Raining, raining all around in my little garden. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. The seeds in my garden are growing all around. Growing, growing all around, all around, all around. Growing, growing all around in my little garden. In my little garden.
Thank you for watching this Stretchy Band activity. I hope you'll take a second and subscribe to the channel. It helps other people know that this is something that they will want to watch. And you may want to check out all of our Stretchy Band activities and videos. You can find the links to everything in the description. Let's move and learn with music.
Buddy